Welcome to Techno with me. Today we'll see Streamlit app, RAG, and LLM Studio. You don't need any API key. Through Streamlit, if you want to build this kind of RAG application where you can build user interactive chat window, upload a document and chat with your document, then please watch this entire video. You will get entire Python code. You will know what is the concept of RAG and why RAG has started. You will execute this particular code. You know how to run the LLM Studio. So stay tuned and please watch the video. Why RAG is required? Because we have already ChatGPT, Gemini, Bard. Because there are so many unstructured data. Through those unstructured data training and these LLM models are built. So any questions is coming, who is president of USA? Those questions are again going to those training. There are chances of hallucination. So user may ask, can I feed own data, PDF, Word, and get the answers from those questions, like summarize the document. So through LLM, we need to implement RAG and then we'll get the return of those summarization of the document. So RAG is very controlled environment. So what is RAG? There are plenty of definitions of RAG. You can see a long definition of RAG, but in easy language, I see RAG is nothing but chat with document. How it works? You collect data, control data, split the data, build an embedding, put it into vector DB, and then user can ask the questions and get the answers through the LLM. So let's get started. Create a Python file. I will create a Python file. Let's rename it. Name it Streamlit _rag.py. This particular Python code will create an interactive user interface or chatbot to talk to the document. We need plenty of Langchain libraries. FAISS libraries will import Streamlit. We'll rename it as ST. Import Streamlit as ST, then import OS, import sys. We'll then import temp file. Temp file we will need to upload the documents and put it in the temporary file. So to build a temporary folder, we'll import pathlib. Then we'll import PyPDF directory loader or directory loader. If you are planning to upload PyPDF directory loader, you can do, or else directory loader will work for any kind of document. Then vector store FAISS, and then text splitter, recursive character text splitter will split the document, and then we'll import OpenAI and one retrieval chain, conversational retrieval chain, and then embedding Hugging Face BG embedding and chat OpenAI, and one Streamlit menu which will be more interactive at the left hand side. You will see at the output. So let's create a method for temporary folder location for the vector and the documents. Temp dir will give a path and then will join the path with data folder. The data folder is already located in our framework. So we'll go to current folder to parent and parent, because open source is our current folder, you can see, and we'll go to the parent and then join the path of the data and then temp. We'll create a temp folder. So you can see this is our data folder. We'll create a temp folder through this particular line. Similar way we'll do for the vector DB. Okay, so let's create a Streamlit container for our header. Let's create a method for our Streamlit UI. We'll first create a side menu, the sidebar, and there would be two options or choice we'll receive from user. One is home, so it falls under option menu, navigation, and then we'll put home. Let's put home, and another one with, let's put chat with document /RAG. Okay, so now we can get the user input, and if user input is home, in home we'll not put any very big business logic. You can put any business logic inside this particular if, but for now I will write a information in this home. I hope it will be right. It would be title. So let's change it to title. Streamlit is very good library. You can use it for machine learning or data related, any kind of AI related applications. So next main choice is our chat with document. So if user input is chat with document, let's build a logic over here. Here we'll first create a title so that user will get certain information once they navigate to here. So it will fall under header, and we'll put a title over here. So let's put a title, chat with document /RAG. We will inform our user to upload the document. So it will fall under right. So upload the document that you want to chat. And then we'll create a user file upload element. So that is st.file uploader, and we'll give a name with a label, upload a document. And the type of this particular, currently we are taking PDF. You can implement for PDF, docx, Excel, and we want to accept multiple documents. So let's put accept multiple documents is equal to true. Once the document is there, we'll check if document uploaded or not. If source doc is not present, we'll put a warning, or we'll show warning in our chatbot that please upload a document. If not, or we'll put in the else, we'll call one method or function RAG with this particular document, and also we'll get the user input or the query with st chat input. So this will create a chat window or chat text box. We'll get that query and pass it to RAG function. Let's define the RAG function. There are two parameters required. One is the document is coming, and second one is a query. So here we will first need to run a loop on the temporary folder where the documents are being uploaded. So for all docs, the source docs, and then we'll use temp file. We'll mark it as delete as false. You can change it to true also if you want to delete the files. And our temp directory folder is already defined at the top. So we'll refer to that particular variable. And in that folder, the file extension, those are PDF, will only go through those PDF files. And then whatever PDF files are there inside the temporary folder, we'll read those temporary files and then create a temporary file will write, and then the files that already present over there, we'll read it and write it. So we'll create a temporary files over here. So let's play with this temporary file. So the common RAG concept will start now. We'll first load the document with the directory loader, which will point to our temporary directory here. This is our temporary. You can see my old executed temporary files are all over here. So I executed let's delete it so that we can see the new files getting created or not. Let's load the document. And now for RAG, we need to split the document. So we'll create a text splitter with a recursive character text splitter with a chunk size of, let's use chunk size of 1000 and chunk overlap 0. Based on your document, you can definitely modify this chunk size and chunk overlap. This is nothing but our entire document will split into 1000 characters and with the overlap of 0. Let's split the document. Once splitting is done, we'll create a vector and embeddings. Embeddings is nothing but a conversion of those characters into numbers so that LLM can perform a similarity search on the vector DB and get your answers for the queries that you ask or user ask. So this is our FAISS path, and embeddings will be used Hugging Face BG embeddings and the model sentence transformer, and this would be the device is called CPU. You can use GPU if you have GPU, but I hope as you are watching, so I would probably think that you want to run it in CPU. So how to run it in CPU without any API key? You need to install LM Studio. I have already created one other video. You can definitely look into that particular video for the LM Studio setup. So for this one, we'll save the embeddings into the dev FAISS path, our vector DB, and then we'll create a LLM, setup LLM. Here in the setup LLM step, we definitely need the LM Studio. So please watch that LM Studio step. Here the base URI is the LM Studio URI that once you run the local server or from the Mistral, I'm using Mistral LLM. So in LM Studio, load the LLM that you want to run and start the server. You will get the URL. I'll show you how to get the URL also. You fetch the URL and put it over here. No API key is required, so you can ignore API _key 1. You can put anything over there. So this will And next, we'll create a conversation retrieval chain. Here the parameters require LLM and DB as retriever. That means the embeddings. We'll create a now logic to ask the questions and then put these questions to the chain. The query is coming from the RAG, from the Streamlit UI function. So QA chain will go and then ask the questions, invoking the LLM, which is running in our local LLM studio. And then once the result is over here, we'll just write it in our Streamlit chatbot. That's pretty much over here, and we'll definitely append the chat history. So we're using this particular Python code. You can easily build one very good interactive chatbot, which is a local setup. You don't need any API key. What you need, let's close the existing terminal window. What you need the LM Studio. So as I said, you first need to install the model. First you download the model. For me, Mistral is already downloaded. You come to this particular navigation of LM Studio and load the model. Once you load the model, it will take a little bit of time. Mine is 8 GB RAM. I would suggest to have 8 GB RAM for any LLM kind of local setup at minimum. 4 GB may not work for you. 8 GB minimum is required. Once you load this particular model, so you can see this is the URL I put in my Python code, right? And once this load.server is up, you can see this log will get generated over here. And Mistral name is over here. So this is a local host and the port name over here. So let's run it. So this is the way Streamlit application to run. And it will open in a browser. So you can see home, navigation left hand side, and this is the title. And this is another navigation. We can upload, the user can upload the document, and this is the information that we provided with HT title and HT, and then ask the question. Which question I will ask? This document is about computer architecture. So let me ask a question. What is primary memory? So I hope this will go to LM Studio, invoke Mistral, and through our Python code, and it will return the desired. You can see in our Python code, the processing has already started. And also, this temp files also got created, right? All the files that we uploaded. It splitted the document. And if we go to the LM Studio, we can see this LM Studio has already started getting the answers or generating the answers through RAG, and the answer has came here. This is it. I hope you learned how to build a chatbot UI using LM Studio and Streamlit. Thank you for watching.